That one's driven out into right center field. On the run, Verdugo. That ball is gone. Home run number 56, and the game is tied at 3. High fly ball, deep left field. There it goes. See ya. Number 57. Aaron Judge 4 away from Roger Maris.
Reach out, oh, with Ray and Steve. Reach out, with Ray and Steve. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the car. For the home team, if they don't win, it's a shame. Play ball.
Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. And welcome to Reach Out with Ray and Steve. Of course, you know by now, if you watched us ever, that we are the show where East meets West, where the Yankees meet the first place Dodgers, and where baseball meets music, and we all come together for the community. All right, everybody, let's bring in our buddies, my buddies, Steve and Ray. Are you guys there?
Hey, Robbie, I got something already. On the script, it doesn't say first place. It just says...
Oh, I misread the script.
Oh, okay. Ray, how's it going?
Well, I got a nice surprise for us. We have a very special guest, the gentleman that won an Academy Award for the Green Book, Nick Vallalengua. How do we say it? Vallalonga. Okay, and he won the.
Let's get it right. I won 2 Academy Awards, not 1. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it.
Tell him a little bit, Nick.
Best screenplay, best picture, Green Book. About
Nice.
the story about my dad, Tony Lip.
Bravo.
I got the Yankee crowd. That's great.
And, we're over here at an event for Chaz Palminteri, which he's helping the police. You know what the police are going through here in New York and all over the country. And Chaz has been a major component in helping and making police officers feel that, hey, you are still to be respected. And that's why Nick is here today. And I'm happy for the fact that he is here. Nick, how do you feel about that?
It's an amazing event. Anything for charity, I love to support. Especially this is for the police, and I'm totally for it. And whenever Chaz asks me to do anything, I jump at it. So, and it's an honor to be here, honor to be in your show, honor to be with you. It's a very nice night.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Nick is a major Yankee fan. He likes the Dodgers too. Because he lives in L.A.
I hate the Dodgers.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I hate the Dodgers.
Yeah, there's a fine line between love and hate, guys.
Well, Robbie, he knows all about you. He knows that you work with Frankie Valli, and he still didn't care. He still dropped the hate on us.
No, I love Dodger Stadium, and obviously I still have the Yankee Dodgers. When the Yankees lost to the Dodgers, and was it 80 or 81? I still
81.
can't get over that. Yeah, I can't get over it yet. So I don't.
Well, I still have the pains from 1977-78.
Yeah, we're going to remind you a little bit because we have Diana Munson on the show tonight, so we're going to remind you a little bit more.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I told Nick that Diane was gonna be on, and he said, "Let's run." Okay, and he jumped into. We're actually calling you from a car because we just couldn't get a room inside Chaz's restaurant over here to do the show from. So where is Diana, Steve?
She's traveling. I don't know where she's at, but she's traveling. But she wanted to come on the show because she's a focal point of the documentary that's coming out for you, and she wanted to share a little bit about her work with the HRC.
Beautiful. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're honoring our guy, Thurman Munson.
Oh man.
I mean, and I gotta ask Nick one more question. What did Thurman Munson mean to you?
Thurman Munson, for me, I'm a Yankee fan. I just had a birthday yesterday. I'm 63 years old. So my first baseball game was 1964, and Mickey Mantle hit a home run to dead center field. It sounded like a cannon went off. It hit the back of the stadium. That was the only thing that stopped it from going out. So I've been a Yankee fan since then. So I followed Munson from his rookie year when he won Rookie of the Year, and I was a Munson fanatic. I had all the 15 shirts. I loved Thurman Munson, as everyone did. I mean, what an amazing player and person, and playing through pain, and just the captain. I mean, that's why everyone loved him, and it was obviously a massive tragedy to lose him. And I still have my Munson shirts. So when he mentioned that his wife was going to be on, I said, let's go. I would have did it for him anyway, but.
And look, it's beautiful that in my line of work, I get to meet the Frankie Vallis. I get to meet the Robbie Robinsons. I get to meet Nick, and a man who won 2 Academy Awards. I mean, come on. And then I get to say that I'm friends with Diane Munson. Dude, who has it better than me?
Fantastic.
And so in essence, thank you, Steve, for opening up this channel for us to be able to share, that I can share Nick with the world today.
Well, so
makes
nice.
me feel so good.
Let me ask Nick a baseball question.
Sure.
So, Aaron Judge, is he going to do it?
Oh, are you kidding? I mean, I think everyone knows he's going to do it. It's tremendous. I mean, how quickly he's doing it. And I was at, when the Yankees were in Anaheim, I live in Los Angeles. So I went to 2 of the games, and I saw him hit his 50th at the game. And now, is he at 57 now? Is that
57,
yeah. He hit 2 last night. Yep.
Right, and I happened to fly in just now, a couple hours ago, into Jersey. So I'm hoping to get to some games and maybe see the one. I mean, it's an honor, Roger Maris, to be in that category.
Hey, Nick, I know a bat boy that could get you some good tickets for the Yankee games coming up.
Well, that's already been discussed. Number one, and number two, Nick, look, I got to cheat on this one. Okay, could you tell us just a little bit about the movie that you're shooting here, that you're going to be shooting here this fall?
Well, we're going to shoot a movie in New Jersey called That's Amore. It's a romantic comedy with John Travolta. And I'm hoping Chaz, if I can get Chaz in it, and a bunch of other names that I can't say yet because they haven't signed, but an Italian-American romantic comedy, an old-fashioned, all-American movie set in New Jersey.
Nice. I mean, listen, since
hey,
I'm ahead of you, Robbie, because I'm going to say to him, what about Frankie Valli?
Go ahead.
Frankie Valli is in the back of my mind. I would love to have him be a part of the movie. I love Frankie Valli. He knew my dad. If you saw Green Book, my dad was Tony Lip, who worked at the Copacabana, eventually went on to be on The Sopranos, but he knew Frankie Valli very, very well, and I'd be honored to have Frankie Valli be part of it. So we'll see.
I was impressed in Green Book, by the way, that they used Frankie Valli's version of one of those Christmas songs in one of those scenes.
Yes. Well, I had a big part of that. I love Frankie.
I bet you did.
Well, guys, hang tight. Diana Munson just called in, and Ray, I know you're great friends with her for so many years. Diana, you there?
I'm there. I am.
Yes.
How are you?
Diana Munson here. Welcome to Reach Out with Robbie Robinson, you got Ray Negron, who you know, and myself, and Nick over there. And Ray, what are your thoughts about Diana?
Well, please tell Diana. She knows how I feel about her, so I don't have to repeat that. But tell Diana about Nick and who he is and what he said about Thurman.
Yeah, he says he's a two-time Academy Award winner.
Forget
And
about it. Ray, forget it. I don't like how you come. Nick, introduce yourself to Diana Munson.
Hi, Diana. My name is Nick Vallalonga. I'm a huge, lifelong Yankee fan. I was telling her how much I loved your husband from his rookie year. He was my favorite. I had jerseys from him, and I just respected him and loved him, and so we still talk about him. We always talk about him all the time. So he's remembered. He's never forgotten, and it's an honor to meet you over this show and say hello.
And tell Diana about your accomplishment.
Oh, I did a movie a couple of years ago called Green Book. It was a true story about my father, and it won Best Picture, and I won Best Screenplay and Best Picture. I won a couple of Academy Awards for it. So if you get a chance, you want to see it. And in Green Book, if you guys remember, I have Roger Maris hitting a home run in the World Series of 1962. They're watching that
Right.
on the television. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So how are you, Diana?
I'm doing well, thank you, Nick. It's so nice to hear your kind words and hear about all your accomplishments. I'm going to be anxiously looking forward to seeing this show.
Thank you. Yeah, look for it. It's called Green Book, and you can see it pretty much everywhere. I would love to know what you think about it.
Well, I look forward to finding it and watching it because I enjoy anything to do with anything with sports. And Roger Maris was one of my favorites, so even that will be a thrill to see that.
Yes.
Well, Diana, the bottom line is it's so good for you to join us in the show today. I'm thrilled, and thank you for what you did in the documentary, and I appreciate it.
Well, everybody knows how I feel about you, so just like you, I'm not going to repeat it, but you know that you're a big part of my heart, as you were Thurman, so we have that connection.
Always. Take it, Steve.
Okay, no doubt. Diana, thank you so much for calling in here. I know that you have a busy schedule and you were recently in New York for Old Timers Day, but I want to show a little clip before we get to talk with you about your work with AHRC. Maybe you could fill our viewers and people listening on the phone lines here on the radio stations, how you got involved with that. But let's check out AHRC in New York City.
Ready, guys? Here we go. Stop your feet. If you're ready, let me hear you say, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My name is Diana Munson, and I'm happy to be here and happy to represent Thurman Munson. It was right after Thurman had passed away, and AHRC contacted me and said, would I be interested in doing something for AHRC that Thurman had previously done some work for. And they said, this is only going to last 2 or 3 years. We'll raise a lot of money for a wonderful organization, and it'll be a good way to remember your husband. And I was thrilled with both prospects, so I said, absolutely. Well, 39 years later, we're still honoring Thurman and still doing great works for AHRC, and I'm so proud, as is my family. I saw things that I didn't realize were going on. I mean, I knew that the funds that were raised went for good causes and the workshops and the camps, and I've always been happy about that. But to see hands-on, to see the people, to see the children, every part of it was overwhelming. Each segment we went to today impressed me more than the next. It touched my heart, and I believe everybody in the room was touched by that. Just to know that we have some small part in changing lives makes me feel so proud, and I'm sure that Thurman has a big smile on his face right now.
We just played a little clip there, Diana, and a little song that you might be familiar with over the years. And talk about amazing work there at AHRC, now over 40 years. And what does that do for your heart when you see these families, this agency give back in such a big way?
Well, you're always happy when you're raising funds for a good cause, but it went further with me when I started attending the workshops, the schools, the camps, the residence that have been built and in Thurman's name. And I saw the joy in all of the faces. Their accomplishments mean so much to them, and for people to take pride in it. Obviously, they're taking pride in what they're doing, but to see your funds actually benefiting all of the residents, all of the people, all of the children, adults, young adults, meant so much to me. It was a hands-on time, and I wished I actually would have done it years ago, because it's come to mean so much to me, seeing the accomplishments. Some of them weren't able to speak when they started the schools, and now they're not only speaking, but they're singing, they're dancing, they're painting, they're making connections with everyone. And the joy on their faces, if you do not get teary-eyed over watching the accomplishments of these individuals, that you don't have a heart, because believe me, it is overwhelmingly beautiful, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Well, you do such wonderful work, and we have Robbie Robinson here, who's been with Frankie Valli for over 45 years. He's an amazing keyboardist. He's his musical director, but more importantly, he's a Christian man that really brings people closer to God. And Robbie, when you hear Diana talking about this, what are your thoughts?
Well, one thing I would say to Diana is God bless you on your reaching out and going that extra mile to help to share God's love with the world, because indeed that's what you're doing by helping all those people, and it's an amazing thing. And you've been given this amazing pulpit to do it. Thurman was beloved by so many. What a great baseball player, and even better, and an even greater man. And so thank you for what you're doing, Diana.
Oh, thank you, Robbie. That's so kind of you. I do it for all the right reasons, and I think that shows through. I believe when you do something that becomes a part of you and a part of your soul, as it was part of Thurman's soul, it means even more. So I appreciate your kindness, but I can't imagine not doing these things anymore. So thank you.
Well, as a psychologist, I do a lot of work in the communities and agencies like AHRC. And I had a conversation with them last night. They couldn't be on the show tonight, maybe in the future, but they couldn't say enough wonderful words about the work that you do and the collaborative efforts that you make to inspire so many people in New York City and beyond. So it warmed my heart to have a conversation with them last night, and just to see how receptive you are to us here, but all people in New York and all over, because your husband was inspirational for so many people. And for me, I grew up in the foster care system, and I didn't have the stability of a family. But from a distance, I never met your husband, but Thurman was, an inspiration to me, and different things I did when I was younger and throughout life.
That's so wonderful to hear. And I've heard that from so many people. I believe the impact that he's had on numerous people, not just New Yorkers. It's overwhelming to me, the impact that he has had. I mean, obviously, we loved him as a family. We loved him as, we grew up together. So I knew the man from the time he was a little boy. And wow. To watch what he was able to accomplish, and he did things for all of the right reasons, with all of the right things. Never, he would go to hospitals, he would go to foster homes. And, at the time years ago when they still had, I don't know if they called them orphanages or what, mm-hmm. But he would appear at those things, but only if the press was not involved, because he didn't want to do it to make people think, oh, what a great guy. Right. He did it because he cared about the individuals. And I think that's what kind of sets Thurman apart from so many people. He always had it in his heart, and he did things for the right reasons. And he has so much love and integrity. And I didn't think people realized it. I always knew the New York fans did, because you can't fool New York fans. Right. They're not, those are people who will see right through you in a heartbeat. But they saw through Thurman the goodness and the kindness and tenderness. As tough as he was on the field, that's how tender he could be with young children, with people in need, people who were reaching out. He didn't have the easiest childhood, and he kept that in his heart and in his mind. So when he saw someone in need, he could almost read through that person. And as Ray knows, Ray and I have talked about this, he was a unique individual. I've never known anyone like him, and I'm so proud to have been able to share my life with him.
Well, you know what? As a fan, it went well beyond the baseball field, because when everybody found out he was wanting to fly home to be with family in between games and homestands, and I mean, that is an amazing love for family that you can't replicate with too many athletes. Robbie, would you agree with that?
One of the things that struck me about Thurman when I would watch him on the field is he not only gave 100%, he gave 1,000% in everything that he did, and he sounds like he did that in every aspect of his life. Is that right, Diana?
It's absolutely right, and his priorities were so unusual. He wasn't the rah-rah guy. Even when Mr. Steinbrenner wanted to name him captain, he was like, no, there's a lot of captains on this field. He said, Mr. Steinbrenner said, no, absolutely. You are the man. You are the leader. He was that to so many people. And that he was that way with his children. He would cancel things to be with the kids. He would take them Halloweening every year. He wanted to give our oldest daughter, when she was born, he said, this is so cute. She was born April 10th, and of course that was during the season. And he wanted to fly home to see her, and he said, please don't give her a bath until I get home. I want to give her her first bath. Now,
great.
Imagine a tiny little newborn baby, and the hands of Thurman Munson is pretty tough. Grumpier than thou sometimes, kind of. And he wanted to bathe that little baby. And, so she was a little stinky for the first couple of days till he got home. But he gave her first bath. So, that shows you the kind of man we're dealing with. And he was unusual, believe me.
And we've been doing the show Bat Boy with Ray Negron's story and his love for George Steinbrenner, Reggie Jackson, Billy Martin, and Thurman Munson, of course. And in the play, we really learn different things that he loved music. So we have a song. We'll play we'll name that tune for you. Diana, we're going to put a little song on, and you tell me if you ever heard this song before. Fair enough?
Only love can break the heart. Only love can mend it again.
You've heard this song before.
I certainly have. As I said, we have the corn story of the century. We grew up together. I was 10 and he was 12. And so we had a lot of songs that impacted our relationship. And that was one of them. It's amazing. As I said, I was privileged to get to know this little boy who grew up to be such a fine, strong, impressive man. And not just in the athletic field, but in the soul and in the heart and in the spiritual sense. He was a magic person. He truly was.
And with your children, when you come back to Old Timers Day, year after year, and the work that you do for AHRC, I know you have that connection with New York forever. But what is your family like now when you see people like a Kay Mercer, like a Jill Martin, like Catfish Hunter's wife, and the families that come together? That must mean so much to you.
Well, they remain part of my Yankee family, and seeing them. It's sometimes a little bittersweet because, it brings back a lot of memories of the wonderful times and the good times, the times we all shared with the love and when you're able to succeed as the Yankees did there in the 70s, it was amazing. It was a lifestyle that I sometimes think about now, and it's hard for me to believe that we were all a part of it. And the Yankees, there's no organization in the world like the New York Yankees. They make you part of the family. You are a huge part of it. And they let the wives and the children be a part of what their dads were doing. And it made all the difference because my children to this day are diehard Yankee fans, and, they love their Yankees.
That's right. That's right. In a few more minutes, I know you have to run, but Ray Negron had a unique relationship with Thurman, and Ray just popped back on. Ray, Diana's still on. Talk about your relationship with Thurman real quick, Ray.
Thurman Munson was my big brother. Thurman Munson taught me a lot about life, and Thurman Munson helped me to accept my situation with my father because we were going through the same thing. And all I can say is I love Thurman. He's my big brother, and Diane will always be my big sister. And that's it, man. There is no one that inspires me more than Diane Munson. Period. Exclamation point.
Oh, thank you, Ray.
Wow.
You've always been so good to me and so good to the family. And your love for Thurman is just, it's unbelievable to me. You know, you can be loyal. There are a lot of good, loyal people, but it's 43 years and you still talk about him like he's part of us, and he certainly is.
Yeah.
Well, Diane, I got a surprise for you. Just entering is Chaz Palminteri, Diane Munson, and Chaz is going to say something to you. Diane, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, it says Chaz Palminteri there, Diana.
It's hard for me to hear you, but I hope I get a chance to see you.
Oh, that would be fun. I look forward to it. I'm a big fan.
That's
Sorry,
right.
well,
That's
thank
right.
you so much. And so was I of your husband. A great man. He was a great man. Always.
Thank you. Thank you.
And a great Yankee, one of the greatest Yankees.
Well, I feel that way too. We just have to convince the Hall of Fame people
Yes, we
that he
do.
deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, we do.
Amen.
Oh, absolutely. No question.
And we will fight. We are fighting,
We
Chaz.
are fighting. That's right.
Yeah, so
Kirby
Sounds
Puckett
great.
Sr.
I have a good team behind me.
You definitely do. Definitely do. Amazing, Chaz. Thank you so very much
Support
for
for
sharing.
anything like that. You let Ray know. I'm there.
There we go. There we go.
Amazing.
thank you, brother.
I certainly
Thank you,
appreciate
Diana.
it. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Diana, thank you. I know we're out of time here, but I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know Robbie feels the same way for you joining us for a few minutes here, sharing your love for your husband and for New York. But more importantly, too, that spirit for those kids through AHRC. God bless you always.
Thank you. God has blessed me more than anyone could ever know. So I thank you, and it was a pleasure talking to everyone.
Thank you, Diana.
God bless. Wow.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Diana Munson, what do you think, Robbie?
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah. And he really is beloved, isn't he?
Yeah.
Thurman. And it's so great that Diana can carry on his work. It was kind of funny. She said they told her to be only, you can do this and we'll raise a lot of money 2 or 3 years. And here she is over 40 years later, still doing it.
Right. It shows the spirit of who he was and his family. And quite frankly, I don't think there's another athlete would take flying lessons in the middle of their amazing professional career to be with family. He has, and she said it. He put his priorities straight all the time. And we could talk sports, we could talk music, but it's the community work that brings us together. And you elegantly say it each and time we do this show. And I learned from Ray, I learned from you, and just hearing the spirit of Thurman Munson through Diana is beautiful.
It's great. It's amazing. And I'll tell you what, that super intensity of Thurman Munson was part of the thing that stabbed arrows in my heart in 1977 and 78.
Well, that's why I knew you when you did the whole first place Dodger thing. I knew I had to combat that with something.
I guess, man.
And I have to go back to 77, 78. That's the only way I got.
Well, yeah. Hey, I'm hoping and praying. Now look at these numbers here.
Yeah, look at these numbers. We almost 100 wins already.
Now, but you see who has the best record in on baseball? Not only the Dodgers, but who's right there with them? Yankees.
I know the Yankees and the Mets. It's going to be interesting, but it's a 0-0 once October comes.
That's the reality of the game. Hey, what do you think about these new rules they just implemented?
I don't know. I'm getting mixed up with this, that. It's crazy. We have to wait and see. It's a struggle to see. When the game goes to extra innings, to put this ghost runner on second base, it changes the whole dynamic of the game. I don't know. It ends the game quicker. I know that's what they want, but it's not baseball to me.
Yeah, I know. And then I know a lot of left-handed batters are going to be liking the idea of they're banning the shift basically.
Yeah, well, they should. They should never implemented it. I mean, that's what the purists I would think. But Albert Pujols is only 3 home runs away from 700. Amazing, right?
You know what? Albert Pujols and he is making a statement. Just Aaron Judge, both these guys, because if about a week or so ago, everybody was wondering, well, can these guys make it? Well, man, they both stepped up to the plate, no pun intended, and really have delivered. And yeah, Albert Pujols, 697. He is now, well, depending on how you calculate. I calculate he's the third greatest all-time home run hitter of all time. He's behind Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and then him. Now, I can't count Barry Bonds for a variety of reasons. So
right, no, or Sammy Sosa. The same thing with Judge. I mean, really, we're looking at Ruth hit 60, Maris hit 61. That's really what we're gunning for Aaron Judge. I mean, 73 home runs with the steroid era. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't think it really hurts the sport of baseball when we have to go through this over and over again and then there's a guy like Henry Aaron that he went through the worst of times
absolutely
off the field, and to see that man, the integrity of he has, it's sad sometimes.
But it's really special in baseball to see Aaron Judge and Albert Pujols, what they're doing now. I mean, this is historic, and both of these historic events happening at the same time, essentially. It's really, really special in baseball. So if you're just a casual baseball fan, or not even a baseball fan, if you're a baseball fan purist, you should be watching every at-bat of both of these great hitters.
That's right. So, Robbie, you're a musician. You're an amazing performer. Do you like mountains and rivers and valleys?
Oh, man, are you kidding? Like River Deep, Mountain High. I love that stuff.
Okay, well, let's check out a little clip of some rivers, valleys, and mountains, and we'll bring our next guest on.
Sounds good.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Put your hands together. Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice. That is Dave Revels. I mean, amazing man. It was his birthday celebration. He dropped his new CD here at the Cutting Room in Manhattan on 44 East 32nd Street Monday night. Ray and I were there. It was an amazing night. And Dave, how's your voice now?
Well, I don't think it's changing at all. It's still the same.
Brother Dave, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, Robbie. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, man. You sound great on that song too.
Thanks, man. You're just as knowledgeable about baseball as you are music.
That's right. But Dave, what a fun night the other night. I can't tell you. I think that was touching in the heart and the soul to see people come together. The love that you have for people, the love that they had for people. It was your birthday. The music was amazing. What a wonderful night.
Well, it was a collection of all my original material, except for that one, of course. And the experience was fantastic because doing your own songs, in front of an audience that's never heard them before, that could be a unique challenge. But I'm a storyteller. So my songs are stories, and I think everybody likes to hear a story. So it was really embraced well by the people. I was shocked that it was singing along with songs they never heard before. So I guess that's a good thing when people just start singing the choruses of your songs. So that was unique and pleasurable. Yes.
That is a great mark of a song that if the audience is singing along with the song and they don't know the song, then you got a hit record, brother.
Well, I'd like you to hear it. You can tell me when you hear them.
All right. I can't wait.
Well, it was great.
I'll send you a CD. I'll get you a CD.
It
Love
was
it.
it was great, Dave, because you had it was like the audience interaction. It was like they were singing along with you. The stories that you told were so spot on, and they segue each song perfectly, and it made you think. You took us on a journey the whole night, and I got to thank you. I was so happy to be in the house that night to see the love in that room. It was beautiful. I absolutely loved it.
Well, I said, I when I write and do things like that, it has to relate to me. So I could feel the spirit of the people. When I write a song, it's little vignettes of stories that are part of my life, part of people I just see in passing, and I guess I just put it to music and go from there. I always
Well,
say a song is not completely written until you perform it live because the people
mhm.
put the final punctuation on everything, and that's what Monday night was the people's turn to put their last punctuation on the writing of the song. So yeah.
That's
So
very
being
profound, actually, that the people would put the punctuation on the song. I love that thought.
Thank you.
So I decided to play that clip because it was at the end of the night, and you brought up all your loved ones up there, and they all came in, musician friends. But when you're on the stage, you had your family there, you had your wife there, you had people that have supported you, and you supported them over the years. And
Mhm.
to be up on that stage, because that's iconic for people outside New York. The cutting room is
Yeah.
iconic situation stage to perform at. It must have been really a cool thing to go through.
Well, yeah, I love Steve. He has a really good, nice rapport with artists that come through the house. I first met him through my publicist, who's now retired, George Dassinger. And I did Jimmy Hayes, the bass singer from the Persuasion. I did his memorial concert there.
Mhm.
And that's how I met Steve. And I said, Steve, I'd like to come in and do a show there. And he said, you're welcome anytime. So thanks for his invitation, I was able to bring it there. But yes, it's a very warm, intimate room. And you get to see everybody in front of you. There's no, it's pretty cool. I love the room.
It's one thing to play in front of thousands of people. I know you've done that so many times in your
Mhm.
life, but there is really something special about playing in an intimate little room where you're right there with the people. And I just love that the best. How was that for you?
I love it. I have a saying that every room I perform in is my living room.
Yeah.
I treat it as my house, that you are the guest in my home. And if you come to my house, I'm going to make sure that you leave very satisfied that you were well treated, that I spend time intimately with each of you, and I speak to you as if you were my loved ones. So to me, every room I perform in is my living room. So the cozier, the better.
Oh, I love it. I have another question for you, Dave. So,
Mhm.
you did a whole show of your songs, your
Yeah.
original songs, but then you added one other song, and that was "Ain't No Mountain High Enough." What?
Actually, I added
Why?
two.
What? Okay. Well, but why "Ain't No Mountain High Enough"?
Well, because of the message in it,
Mhm.
it's a message about always being there for someone that you care about, and you
Mhm.
want to you go out your way to let them know just how much that you'll move a mountain to get to them. You'll swim the rivers, the streams, anything it takes to get to them, and to make sure that they know that you will come to them when
Love it.
they need you. So yes, that's why I chose as a finale. That was my message to everybody in the room. The other song I chose was Levi Stubbs, the Four Tops, I
Oh,
Believe in You and Me. That I chose that song because I know Duke from the Four Tops, and they know me.
sure.
And why I did that song in particular was that the last time Levi performed, they wheeled him out in a wheelchair, and he
Yes, I
sang that
remember it.
song. And his last note, he cried because I believe he truly knew that was his last time he was
Yeah.
going to appear in public, and he knew his time was at end. But I do that song to remind people that if their loved ones have passed on, if they speak their name out loud and remember something that they made you laugh, they will live forever. So it's not just about the physical person being here with you that you love, but about all the people in your life that you lost. And it's an eternal love, that song to me. So I did that song as well.
Oh man. And I remember we toured together for 4 years with the
Mhm,
Four Tops, and so
mhm, mhm.
I became very close with all four of those guys, and
I
Levi.
love them.
I mean, Levi was. I don't know if the audience even realizes this, but Levi Stubbs, the lead singer of the Four Tops, was one of the greatest singers of all time. I mean, he's right up there with the Babe Ruths and on the Mount Rushmore. This guy was an amazing singer.
He was also a baritone, and the
Yeah.
songs were written in a tenor range.
And he pushed it though, didn't he?
Right. So that's what gave him that urgency and that sound. But he had the power to do all that and still get to the bottom. Me being a tenor, it's easy for me to do those songs.
Yeah.
But I grew up cutting my teeth off of their Four Top songs. When I was young, a teenager, 14 years old, I would sing every song because I could hit the notes. So I have that show called Shadows of the 60s, the ultimate tribute to Motown supergroups. And I'm the voice of Levi of the Four Tops in that show.
Oh, man.
And people who know me know, even Duke knows. He says, I come close to reminding him of Levi.
Yeah.
No one can be Levi. But why I think that is that I learned his voice like a language. I hit the inflections like a language. So it's easy for me to do his inflections because I learned it like I learned a language. So when I pay tribute to him, I channel that. I don't try to be me. I try to channel who he was and is. And I think fans embrace that because they know why I do it. First of all, they know I love the Four Tops.
I do too, man. We're going to Detroit next weekend. We're going to be at the Detroit Fox, and so I may have to give Duke Fakir a call and invite him over to the show because he comes out every now and then when we play.
He hopefully remembers to tell him that Dave Rebel said hello.
I will,
because
absolutely.
I know his management and all the guys there. So, he and I spoke on the phone a couple of times.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
The other night, Dave, you honored people that gave you your first coloring book and bicycle and all that stuff. You were joking around. But it really showed the history and the long time friendship and the mentorship that you had with these amazing people.
Yes.
And it touched the heart the way you spoke to them. And I saw the reaction when you were talking to them up on stage, how prideful and joyful they were. It was just an amazing show of love.
Well, Steve, for me, I'm at a stage in life where I don't bring somebody into my circle because they can sing or play. I bring them in because of their spirit, because I want to enjoy every minute of my life when I'm on stage, because that's my most sacred place beyond being in a church, of course. So if anybody's going to take the stage with me, I have to know that their heart is in it, that they're really good people. And it took a while to assemble this crew because I didn't pick people just because they're talented. I picked people because of their character. Because in the end, that's what sustains us all. So what you saw was a family affair. Everybody in my circle becomes a family member, like you.
Thank you.
And when Rob invites me over to his house to have breakfast and I spill some gravy on his table, I'll be his family.
Come on over, brother Dave. Yeah, it's a family affair.
There we go. Well, Robbie and I had lunch a couple of years ago. He spilled gravy on my food. So
I did.
Oh, good. That's good. I'll do it too.
But Dave, this has been great. A new CD. How can people get a hold of it?
They can visit they can email me very easy, rebelsmusic@gmail.com. That's my last name with music, Rebels Music, REVELS, music at gmail.com. And it's pretty easy to get me that way. The longer way is to go and send me a message through my management, which is backerentertainment@gmail.com. And we can go from there. Or Facebook me. I'm on Facebook, Dave Rebels. Send me. I'm very
accessible.
Accessible. There you go. That's the
these days of social media, you can almost connect with anybody, can't you? Yeah, but go out there and get
last week.
Get Dave Rebels, man. Get Dave Rebels CD because I'm sure it's amazing. You are an amazing artist, brother.
I don't want you to endorse it till you hear it.
Okay, but I endorsed you as an artist. Let's put it that way.
There we go. There we go. I mean, the songs, the original songs, the lyrics behind them. We've talked the last couple of years, and I know there's a lot of heart and soul that goes into that. And it was just, I can't wait to listen to all the tracks on there. But you really brought it to life up on stage. And
Thank you.
On next Monday, you're playing Ray's father for Bat Boy.
Yeah.
And other songs there at the Yogi Berra Museum in New Jersey. So we can't wait for that. So we are connected, or at least for the next couple more days.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And well, I can't tell them the song, right, Steve? That I'm singing.
No, they have to come to the show to
So I
see
won't
it.
tell them. I won't tell them.
But I don't know who cast that whole thing. The casting director must have been drinking that night, because if you cast somebody who's younger than his son, it just doesn't quite match up.
Well, you know, when you hear this CD of his, you're gonna feel this life journey, and it unfolded up on stage, and it'll unfold Bat Boy at the Yogi Berra Museum September 19th. Dave Revels is front and center. He plays Ray Negrone's father, and he does a great job with it. Dave, thank you for our friendship. Thank
My
you for
pleasure.
the amazing experience the other night, and thank you for the music that I listened to in my car sitting in traffic on the LIE.
All right, and Robbie, I'll get you a copy through Steve. Okay.
I can't wait, man. I
All
look
right.
forward to it, brother.
God bless you guys.
God bless,
you
Dave.
guys.
Dave Revels, premiering at the Cutting Room. Amazing guy, amazing musician. But Robbie, you got something coming up real soon too, don't you?
You know what? This is, and Diana was talking about, a labor of love, essentially. And this is a labor of love for me. I'm from the large metropolis of Litchfield, Illinois. It's a little bit smaller than New York City. It's 7,000 people in southern Illinois. And my brother and I are going back there with the Robinson Brothers Homecoming Concert, Litchfield, Illinois, on October. We're actually having two concerts, October 7th and October 8th. And we're doing this as a fundraiser for the St. Francis Hospital there, which not only supports Litchfield, but that whole surrounding area. I'm taking back an all-star band. As a matter of fact, I even have some clips of some of the people here. I'll show you. Let's see who we have.
Let's see who's coming.
Who are coming to Litchfield. We're going to Litchfield, baby.
Hi, this is Sarah Nimitz, and I'm going to Litchfield.
She's going to be one of the stars, and you know how hard it is to get Sarah Nimitz to go anywhere. This is an international young star.
She's a globetrotter, big time.
And if it was just Sarah Nimitz, it would be an amazing show, but it's not just Sarah Nimitz. Guess who else is going to be there?
Hey, everybody. Dr. J here. I'm heading to Litchfield, and I hope to see you there soon.
Wow.
Dr. John, one of the greatest trombone players in the country. He's played with everybody from Ray Charles to Frankie Valli. And if it was just the two of them, I'd have a great show, but I have even more. Check this out.
I'm Steve March Torme, and I'm going back to Litchfield. See you there.
Wow, he's got that little thing going on there.
Oh, man, and Steve March Torme, who's been on our show, hasn't he?
Yes, great guy, yeah.
And he's a great artist, and I know that you can anticipate I have even more people coming on. Who else do we?
Hello, this is Richie Gajate Garcia, and I'm coming to Litchfield.
So we have Gahate coming.
Wow, and they're coming from all over,
From all over the country, yeah, absolutely. Who else do we have coming?
Hello, I'm Christopher Colley Jones, Frankie Valli from the First National Tour of Jersey Boys, and I'm going to Litchfield.
Wow.
So he played.
Litchfield.
Hey, are you coming to Litchfield?
I'm going to be there.
You better be there.
Yes,
yes. And we're going to raise a lot of money for the hospital. But there's even more. Check this out.
Hi, my name is Harry Kim, and I'm honored to be asked by the Robinson Brothers to perform with them in Litchfield next month, the month of October. I hope to see you all there. Bye.
One of the greatest trumpet players in the world. You probably heard of a little TV show called American Idol.
Oh, yes, one of my favorites.
He's the trumpet player on American Idol for the last 20 years. You probably heard of a little band named Phil Collins.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
30 years he's been playing with Phil Collins. Now, what if you had just those guys as a band? It would be an amazing show, but look at this.
No doubt.
Good morning from Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. It's a brand new day in Mongolia. The sun is just coming up here. And I'm so excited to let you guys know that I will be in Litchfield, Illinois on October 7th and 8th. to be a part of the incredible Robinson Brothers Homecoming Concert. The lineup of musicians and singers is just absolutely mind-blowing, and I'm so excited to be part of it. So October 7th and 8th, and it will be a concert that will benefit the St. Francis Foundation in their efforts to beat cancer. So please, please, please join us. We'll see you then.
Just some of the people, and you see there's more people. I have Brian Wilson's music director coming to play with us. I've got
Chris Montez,
hit maker. I have Frankie Valli's illustrious guitar player,
Craig Pilo
on drums, and Chuck Wilson, who played with Frankie Valli for decades. And so it's going to be, oh, what a night in Litchfield, Illinois, October 7th and October 8th.
I love it. I love people saying it's a family affair. We heard Dave Revel say the same thing. Do you look at it that way too, Robbie? Oh, no question. And every one of those people that I called, it is like a family affair. And we're there to make Andrea Hammond, who was from Mongolia. So they're coming from everywhere. Wow.
By the way, she was in Mongolia last week performing at the Franklin Graham Crusade over there.
Okay. Well, this is good. It's October 7th, October 8th. And then if the Dodgers are going to be in the playoffs, obviously they have a home field advantage. After that, you could still watch the last couple of innings of the Dodger game.
Well, and it's interesting because my buddy, the Dodger owner, Bob Plummer, is going to be he's going to be there in Litchfield too. Okay. And that weekend, I've already scouted out the schedule. That's the wild card weekend. And we know since the Dodgers have the best record in all of baseball, they will not be in the wild card game.
I love it. Somebody in your caliber of musically inclined, you're still plotting, scheming about the Dodgers.
Well, I have my owner friend, and I had him make sure that the Dodgers would not be playing during our Litchfield concert, and he set it all up for me.
Wow, this is amazing. How can people get tickets or contact you for information?
Oh, you know what? I should have given that information. If you put that
slide back up.
Okay, there it is, and it's. Can you make it larger? If you go to stfrancis-litchfield.org is the website, or they could just check out on RobbieRobinsonMusic.com or my Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. But maybe Carmine, before the show is up, can put that web address up for us. Can you see it there?
It's great. The St. Francis Foundation, I mean, obviously it's all about giving back, and that's what's the most important is that you're giving back with your family and friends, musically inclined, and it's going to be 2 wonderful nights there in Litchfield, and I can't wait. I'm going to try to get myself there. I mean, this is something where it's a can't miss, and it's going to a great cause.
Yeah, and it's going to be so much fun. And we got that guy who played Frankie Valli. I couldn't get Frankie. Frankie was busy that night. I think he was playing bingo that night. And so we got the guy who was the Frankie Valli on the first national tour of Jersey Boys. And he'll be, we're going to do some.
We got it on the screen now, website.
Hey, you know what? You know who is a really winner? That guy, Carmine, who is behind the scenes here. Thank you, Carmine. He was really quick with that.
And Carmine has just got a fresh haircut. He met Sal the Voice Valentinetti in the barbershop last week, and there he is. Check him out. Look at that.
Wow.
There's Sal on the right. There's Carmine. He looks kind of mean, though, but Carmine's not mean. But no. Carmine, getting your haircut with Sal Valentinetti?
There he is.
Oh, yeah, just had to get a quick buzz. You know, we have the same barber, Beto. He's the amazing barber. And, yeah, Sal was in my seat right before I had to go up, and Beto was like, hey, come in and come say hi to Sal. So that was awesome.
Wow. Well, Carmine, you look good. I know you guys trip coming to Italy real quick. You had to get a fresh haircut. You're looking good.
You're going to Italy?
Thank you. Yeah, I'll be going for my cousin's wedding very soon. It's September 22nd, so we're coming up very soon. Days just approaching to see my family. I'm very excited.
Don't worry, Robbie. He'll be doing the show from Florence. Don't worry about it.
Wow, that's amazing. What time will it be, though?
Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But you know what? We have to end the show. But Ray did a little interview with Jorge Posada, and a great Yankee catcher. He was there for Derek Jeter, who was honored the other night at Yankee Stadium. Let's end the show with a little interview from Ray Negron and Jorge Posada. Robbie, great show. Thank you so much, man. Love you.
Love you too, brother.
All
Take
right.
care.
Hey guys, I'm here with Ray, the best, Ray Negron. Good to see you guys.
Hey, the Mambo King. I love you, brother. You always a class act. Thank you, my man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
He is all that.